Hello and welcome to this video series. We're checking out some missions to the Dungeoncrawler Gamejam of 2023. This time we will have a look at Whispers of Fate by Maddie. Let's have a look at the description first before we jump into this nice looking game. The promise of unspeakable wealth and fame has led you deep into the forest to the withered ruins of the Temple of the Sunken Moon. Once inhabited by a demented cult, the cold ruins have laid dormant since decades. You've heard all the stories from the common townsfolk about corrupted rituals and shadows whispering through the empty hallways. But you are not a believer in superstition. Even if you meet some remnants of the old times, your trusty sword will make path for you. As you descend the stairs deep into the dungeon, an uneasy feeling overwhelms you. What if the temple contains something even more sinister than you could imagine? But it's too late to turn back. You either lift the secret of the temple and gain riches and fame, or you become another lost soul in these accursed ruins. This game has been made as part of the 2023 Dungeoncrawler Gamejam. Alright, then we have got to the controls. Controls are typical to the genre. Move around with WSD, arrow keys or numpad. Menu can be opened with escape. Abilities and spells have to be moved from the abilities tab in the inventory onto a free slot of the character. Left click pick up, right click use an item ability. So here it looks like we also have sword and shield on the screenshots in these ability things. So I'm not quite sure if you replace them. Maybe this is just affecting spells and not ability. I'm not sure. Well, let's see. Notes. This is a game jam game. Some bugs are possible. Unfortunately, I ran out of time at the end, so some things may be a bit wonky or messy. There's no real balancing or no proofread for the text, etc. There are no loading screens, so it's very advisable not to touch anything when a new level is starting. Just let the engine load everything before moving. Don't alt-tab while it's loading. Do not drop important items on the ground. They may vanish through walls. There's more than enough inventory space. Okay, let's not drop anything then. There is no automap, sorry. Also, it seems like there's no compass. Theme. The implementation of theme should be very obvious once you reach a certain point later in the game. I mean, it seems like we are running around with two characters. So maybe that's already one point. Playtime. It may not look like that, but it's not that long actually. Maybe half an hour. I guess if you don't die. I don't know if you can save. Game design, programming, writing, Maddie, and testing and feedback by REL TFD. And some codes, features borrowed by big project Dawn of the Ashen Queen, which is also essentially a dungeon crawler. I'm also using some third-party code plugins, Unreal Engine, yada yada. And then I got a long time ago 2D art cutscenes portraits has been created via AI Midjourney. That's also interesting. I mean, there's also a more detailed list, and it's nice that everything is listed here, but I'm not going to read out aloud everything, all the credits. So instead, let's jump into the game and have a look. Whispers of Fate by Maddie. And here we are in the main menu. Let's have a quick look at the credits, which is just this game has been made by a person. Sounds a bit like the alternative would be that it's made by an AI or something. By one person would maybe make more sense. So yeah, this is just made by Maddie. So let's have a look at the options. The stuff which is basically grayed out is the active one, all on Epic. That's the standard setting. I will just keep it at that and we'll see if it works. It's running in the Unreal Engine, but yeah, usually, I mean, it should work. Let's go back. We also have a save and load system here, or probably at least there's a button for that. So let's start a new game. And yes, we have the portraits here, and I will move myself away in just a second. But let's go over this introduction first. I see you have a death wish, my friends. The old man bursts into a heavy laughter, gasping for air while leaving his drinking companions in stunned silence. But don't worry, lads, he says with a wide grin exposing his mostly toothless mouth. There's always a first, and you are certainly the first to even ask about this since a lifetime. The tavern where you met with your newest acquaintance was bursting with life. People are shouting, dancing and celebrating, while the bard was giving their best to play some tunes with a small lute. You came a long way to the mountain city of Vremshal, but once dawn nears, people are the same everywhere, eager to exchange their hard-earned coin into a few hours of happiness. So, the temple, eh? His face suddenly got a lot more serious. That's bold, my friends, bold. People here do their best thing to not think about this. You sit there silently and nod. This old bastard was the first guy who actually wanted to talk about your destination, only in exchange for some reasonable compensation in coin, of course, and ale. Thing is, having the cursed labyrinth of some demon cult right next to the largest city in the eastern mountains isn't something people like to think about. For the Grand Marshal, we are the pinnacle of civilization, and we are not dabbling in superstition. Ghosts of the past have to stay there. You and your companion give your best to not make any expression. You have heard the stories already many times. Nice art. Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't really matter where it's coming from. So just regarding the gem rules, you can use external resources and so far that they are mentioned. But that doesn't mean that basically is done automatically and it's not no work at all. The art is also to put together stuff which actually works together and doesn't look like, okay, this is pixel art, this is realistic art and so on, and then you got some mishmash of stuff. So I think this art here works very well so far. The Temple of the Sunken Moon, home to a cult led by an elven woman called Desiren a long time ago. Abandoned since decades, rumors about the cult's corrupted misdeeds spread over half of the continent until one day they just suddenly vanished. But still, even after so many years, people are too frightened to even talk about the temple. Of course you know that this is bollocks. The remains of the temple are just some old, cold ruins. Its inhabitants long dead. But you came not without reason. The Ziren and her followers hoarded some great wealth during their lifetime. During your studies in the great university, you found some interesting notes about an hidden altar deep within the inner sanctum. It tells you exactly where to look for. It looks a bit like Playmobil gold. But still, I like the art here. Maps, routes, parchments, everything was in order. For some mediocre and undistinguished adventurers like you, this is the chance of your lifetime. Hey mates, you still there? I see you can't wait to run into your own demise. Well, give me another round and then perhaps we can make a deal about the location of the temple. Finally, the temple lies in front of you. After 2 hours march through stinky mud, you finally made it. From the outside it looks almost disappointing, just some withered ruins. Slowly you descend the long, winded stairs into the dark. The call of fame and riches awaits you, that will be certain. And here we are. And now let me quickly move around. Alright. So, the first thing I'm noticing is that we are looking a bit too much to the floor, but we have the right mouse button to adjust that a bit. I think I would prefer like a more in the center look, but it might be, yeah, you can still see enough from the floor anyways. So, so we made your way down into this wretched place. I hope this will be worth it. Certainly, these ruins have been avoided by the townsfolk for a long time now. If we stay on the path and focus on getting in and out fast, this will be an easy job. Well, I hope so. The old man spoke of some kind of altar deeper into the tunnels. This is where the temple relics are supposed to be. Let's get this done. Alright. So, it's not just WASD, you can also turn around and sidestep. So, Q and E is turning, A and D is sidestepping. Oh, we have a nice inventory here. Scroll of Resurrection. And we have stats. and we can even spend some points. Now it would be interesting to see what these stats actually do. And we have abilities. Okay, but yeah, let's first have a look into the stats. So I have no idea what they are doing. Reliable, sturdy, also chops wood. Great. Let's protect the life of many guardsmen. So this is a fighter, so I'm just going by strength, and let's put some points into constitution. Personality. Yeah, and some more in strength. And she will get... oh. So she has something which increases intelligence? Oh yeah. Interesting. Everyone has to start somewhere. And dexterity. Which kind of suggests that you need dexterity for daggers. We also have a scroll of resurrection. I guess that you need intelligence for casting. Damage 3. Let's just pump 30. Let's just pump everything in here and let's see if that's increasing anything. Nope. Spiky! I should have looked here if that was doing anything. I didn't pay attention to that. Okay, we will do on the next level ups then. We have... okay, yeah, we have the ice shard here. It came from below. I'm not sure why I cannot use these. Ice cold protection. I like the descriptions of the spells and weapons. Just a little bit of fluff, but not very nice to have. The interface is great. The portraits are great. So this dude has armor is passive, so we don't need to use that. And this is also passive. A bulwark of steel. Shield wall. Okay. Not just for one, but for everyone. This is but something we cannot use yet. Maybe we get it like a bar, an action bar or something. And this is also a perfect place to just talk about the perspective, which you can see that we can see. I mean, with a let's just take this perspective as it's like readjusting. You can see the floor to the left. And that there is like basically you can turn to the left and go there, and you can see the same to the right. So that's perfect in regarding to the perspective and orientation. As I mentioned, I would prefer it around like maybe this, so that these walls are like just vertical lines, and this would still be enough. If I keep the mouse in that, right, you would still see everything. You could still see the floor, and that you can turn left and right. That's just a matter of taste. This will not like be any problem for orientation or something like that. Then we can also quickly compare that with Grimrock. You see that Grimrock does have... It's a bit weird. I'm not quite sure how far the tile goes. Goes it until here? There. It might be some... are we completely centered here? Then we would be centered here, and this one is bigger than that one. It's a bit weird. So anyways, the tiles seem to be bigger, but maybe it's also just that they are artificially bigger and the walls are further out. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, that was the comparison to Grimrock, and you can see that here. Yes, we see much more of the floor, and if we would readjust that like this, like I mentioned before, or like this, we would see about the same from the floor we are standing on. And for length of floor, we have this. So, just as a comparison with games where this obviously works well. Alright. Regarding the movement, that's perfect. It's queuing up, or it's actually not queuing up, but it's turning right away, as you can see. And that also feels perfect. So no complaints regarding the perspective or the movement. Poor sod, we must have been quite desperate to cling to the altar like this. Okay. This looks a bit unnerving. I wonder what happened here. Okay, we have a dagger. And we have some paper stuff and a healing potion. We can't take her sword. And we also cannot take the skeleton. Alright, inventory. Hold shift for single item enough to live another day. Okay, I'm not sure how to use that. Probably right click. And we have scribble pages. Okay, maybe we use right click here. Safe, I am safe. Even now, I hear them. Their whispers coming from the walls, from the hallway, uttering dark thoughts and frightening promises into my head. But I cannot get me here. The golden goddess protects me. I do not know what happened down there, but I don't think I will ever get back. I rather starve to death than going back into these cursed hallways where they just wait for me. Alright. Then we have a dagger with 10 to 15. 10 to 15 seems to be the same. Cooldown is less. But it doesn't have the dexterity bonus. I don't know if we need that. And there are some runes. Not sure what they are saying, but probably just decoration. What is this? Might also be just decoration. This is not a secret passage. Alright, let's go into the other direction. Also nice background music. And great movement sound effect. And there's an enemy. Can we attack with the shield? Apparently. Alright. I'm just realizing that dancing hasn't been much of a thing this jam, which is good. I think this game will fall back to dancing. Uh-huh. Ha! Ghastly spirits, you told me these ruins were abandoned. There was nothing about wraths jumping on us out of nowhere. Calm down, it has been dealt with. In places like this, you encounter remnants from old past all the time. Let's just move forward. Okay. Yeah, so we can hit with the shield. Not yet ready. Yeah, so we can basically avoid all damage by just moving out of range every time. So increasing strength, yeah, I don't know if that was then... Old Constitution might not have been the best idea if we can't take damage. But that's exactly why I don't like dancing, because then the character... Oh, we also have an experience bar. Because then the character values become basically irrelevant. Because you basically dance with player skill, and that's more valuable than anything else. This library book looks surprisingly well preserved for an abandoned temple. It's not from the original inhabitants. Someone must have been here some time ago. I wonder what they were searching for. Yeah, it's great to have these story elements, story bits here and there. Heals, scribble pages, diary of a stranger. The lower halls are off limits, but these apprentice chambers are still safe to access, mostly. I hope I can find what I need here. This is going nowhere. These writing all just talk endlessly about lavish rituals and deep introspective theological theories. Useless! I'm not going to find what I need here. I will have to go deeper. I hear the shadows whispering lies into the edge of my mind. They will get their wish. I will go there. Alright. There's some gobbler. Can't take it. I can't pick up anything here. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. No secrets. Secret door by pulling out some book. Nope. Hello. Also, it seems like we are just regaining mana automatically, right? And we are doing that very quickly, so we can just keep spamming. Can you destroy these? No. Okay, there are also soldiers, so let's go into the other direction first. Hello. Old stuff, dusty and rotten, different people, maybe robbers. Oh. Ah. I want to take that. I think I finally broke it after clicking on it multiple times. Yeah, I think it vanished. Okay, well, no problem. That was just a sword. I think we can do without. Yeah, it felt kind of weird. Like, do we drag and drop? Should I just click on it? And, yeah, probably just clicking on it would have been better. Anyways, I'm quite confident that we don't need it. Is this depending on where you look at? No, yeah, you can't use it anyways. Oh, we have a compass if we press 1. Okay. Or did we have that the whole time and I just didn't see that? I am not sure. So yeah, she's shooting that thing towards the ground. I think that's not really... Oh, looks like we are not the only ones here looking for something. Oh, these aren't friendlies. Hold on, strangers. What are you doing here in these cursed ruins? So there's even a dialogue screen. We actually ask you the same, can we? E-soldier, we mean no harm. We are just explorers. Explorers, eh? Well, still a nice change of pace. With all these wraths coming from out of nowhere, my men and I have to be extra careful. Well, I'm not minding your business, but I gotta warn you, this place is full of dangers. We already lost a couple of men getting here. We already had our fair share of wraths to fight to get here. Well, it just gets worse from here. Beware of the deadly traps, and who knows what else lurks deeper down there. Cursed be the Marshal and his grandiose plans once more. Traps, you say? What else is waiting for us down here? The Marshal? What's the reason he is sending you down here? Cursed be His Highness. Well, His Highness got that grandiose idea to cleanse this place. The royal court sends an envoy next week, and close the vicinity of such a place to the city makes him look weak. This is no age of superstitions, fairy tales is upon us to take this word. At least these are his words. So, we are swarming this place from every entrance possible and to try not to get killed all at once. The Marshal is a fool sacrificing his men this way. We wish you luck in your endeavor. Praise to the Golden Guard. So, good luck in this folly then. We won't stay for long here. Just small stint in and out. Speaking of which, we have to proceed. Praise to the Golden God. No, let's say this. Well then, be careful, and don't try to get in the way of my men. It's very easy to get killed down here. From a wrath, a trapdoor, or by the sword of some panicked guardsman. Alright. Can we steal your stuff? No, we can't. We better should not take things from the soldiers in plain sight. Nice. Okay, and this was the other way, yeah. This is drag and drop anyways, so just that I'm only supposed to click one. What happens if I click and hold the button? Nothing. Okay. Okay, guard sword, strength 5. It's pretty much the same, just that it adds some strength. Alright. And that's also something which is not going well with dancing. Basically, you want to have everything with a very slow cooldown as possible, because that means that you can do more damage if you go forward and backward. So she might actually be better off with the axe, even if like dexterity is, like the dagger is profiting from dexterity. Damage bonus -2. -2, I have no idea. We would need to check with an enemy and see how much damage that does, but I guess that the axe does more. Okay, there are some traps. Can we see, like, if the second chamber is empty? I don't see that. Alright. Loop and floop and floop. Torn page. Trapped, I'm bleeding. The others had to leave him behind. Too many wraths. They come out of the walls and push us into these traps. They are everywhere. What a wretched place. I'm sorry, Lilia. I should have listened to you. This contract with the Golden Guard, it was a mistake. Dying like this, alone in an alcove, surrounded by demented shadows. It was just not worth it. We've got some knight's armor. Is there any reason not to use that? Yeah, because it just doesn't have any advantage. Cooldown 9 seconds. Not sure what this is supposed to mean. Alright. So with the abilities, like, no, we cannot drag and drop. Maybe we get that on a level up or something. It's also interesting. No, this is maybe just from the perspective. Okay. Ah, there's another one. Let's move. All right. I didn't think about that one. All right. So that's doing 27 damage on a shadow. Yeah, and this is doing almost nothing, so... Oops. And we are, with dancing, we are basically... well, in this case we were cornered! But usually... Is there something on the floor? No. I don't see any disadvantage of that, and with dancing we are profiting from slow weapons, so let's use that. Oh, there's a big block. Maybe we need to put that on a pressure plate, and there's the pressure plate. Okay. All right. So we are also regenerating health passively. I also like that there's this bumping into the walls effect. I don't want to know what happened here. Be assured, we will not share their fate. We will see. Actually, I can save load. Save. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is higher, right? So we are actually climbing on these corpses. We can't take any of these bones. We also can't talk to him. Alright, nothing here. No secrets. Okay. Okay, nice. Actually, if we are not getting hit anyways, we can also just take 2 swords, right? Armor, constitution, health. Let's take this first, but we might want to switch that to another weapon then. The guard's captain didn't lie. This place is full of traps and trickery. No wonder the common townsfolk avoid this place. Even if you wanted to, you would need an army to get through here. Do you? I'm a 2-man army. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I really like the how the movement feels. A feel faint breeze from somewhere, I wonder. Huh. No secrets. I don't see any brick looking differently. But apparently there was one which was different. I didn't see that though. Coin. Some book. Potion. And a magic dagger. Icebane. It's sharp and cold on both ends. 30 to 40. Nice. So we might as well damage 10 to 5. Okay. Cooldown 9 seconds. So why not? I mean, maybe she gets a bonus on that. I'm not sure. Like, unfortunately, we cannot see what these values do. Oh, I actually got a level up. Let's increase Constitution. I mean, yes, we are not getting hit. Well, actually, let's increase Personality. Maybe that's used for something. I don't know. And then Constitution so that we die on traps and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. So what's that? A shiny necklace made with pearls from the deep, which also increases personality and mana. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. This is crap. She will take this. And he can just take that. Ah, steadfast passive. No, this shield wall is new now. Not just for one, but for everyone. Adds 20 armor to all. I don't quite see the reason why you would want to use that. However, this might be nice. It came from below. Damage 80. Yes. Please. Okay, so it's just going through. How does it work? I guess it's just attacking whatever is in front of you. Oh, this thing is also shooting. I can't use that. Yeah. New shoes. Okay, intelligence, dexterity, armor 3. No idea if these have any meaning. This is the room where we had the secret, so we need to continue here. Huh, okay. Maybe we're going to the next level. Different music, different textures. This must be the inner sanctum. We are quite near. Hopefully, I can't stand any more of these shadows. Treasure! Maybe we should also try and see how we can actually heal in case we should actually need that. Save. Okay, that's a weird sounding apple, but yeah, so just right clicking eats the apple. Coins is adding strength. Coins of foreign currency, still shiny. Okay. Strength 5. Okay. There's a shadow. The shadow? The shadow. Alright. Whatever happened to them must have happened fast. And is also none of our concern. Oh, we can step on them. And we've got a rope, which is probably increasing intelligence. Yes, it does. With things like this, I'm always like afraid if there's different height levels in the engine, and it's not checking basically what's the tile in front of you, but what is on the tile in front of you. It might very well happen that you can also fall through the floor or something like that, and we also had that in other jam games where you need to get upstairs and the stairs were not working because like the height level is not working. It's much easier if it's just checking like on a grid, what about the next tile? And it always keeps the same height level. I don't see that it's adding much with different height levels within one level. Okay. Like this. Okay, that didn't do anything. Yeah, the aiming or whatever you would call that is a bit weird, and I'm not sure if that's because we are looking down. Oh, we got a new axe. No text this time. What's that? Strength 5, 50 to 75. This is where we are coming from. Alright. And we cannot put anything on that thing. Maybe our iron shield. Yeah, we can, but it's not doing anything, so... There's a bug with this wall. And yes, this is kind of confirming what I thought before. Like this wall here, like where they are ending, so that's not exactly one tile. So that tile is a bit bigger. I mean, it works for the game, but it's not 100% like this tile. It's actually going a bit further and the tile is smaller, and it might be that the tile is expanded just a little bit into like the wall or something. I'm not quite sure. It might also just be that it's not connected to each other in any way, so that there is some kind of study. This place has been emptied a long time ago. Though some of these remaining writings don't look that old. What I mean is that this is not actually a square for the level when it's built, but this is just a level which is designed that way, and then there are squares set on that level everywhere, and then you go from this square to square. Which sounds very similar, but it's a very different setup in how you design the level, because then you would kind of almost ignore the squares, and you could make a corridor in theory, wide, like 3 squares, but you can only move on the center square, for example, and the other stuff would just be a visual effect. There's another book. The lower halls are off limits, but these apprentice chambers are still safe to access. Mostly I hope I can find what I need here. This is going nowhere. This writing all just talk endlessly about lavish rituals and deep... No, I don't think... Yeah, we already had that. Fending off the wraths was an art for itself, but I should have enough time to study now. These books and scrolls are much more helpful than those upstairs. I finally found how to enable the source, I think. I will have to get to the altar. Yes, I know they warned me about approaching it, but how bad could it be? Desiren and her cult are dead since a long time, and all what remains are some faint whispers of her corruption. I will take my chance and take the symbol. I think we had one more thing over here, I'm not quite sure. Tome of Wisdom. Okay. Maybe I should have read what it's good for. Okay, we can't use any of that. Is there anything on the table here? Nope. This might be the boss guy, but he doesn't talk. Ah, one tile. Didn't do any damage though. Alright. Looks very nice. There's the treasure! Oh, I see no way to open it. Maybe the altar? Bunch of praying skeletons. Let's see, what fine things do we have here? There it is, the altar of the Temple of the Sunken Moon. This is where Desirin and the Mad Priestess gathered, the center of her cult, where she performed her unholy rites and met her eventual demise. But you care nothing for this past. For all you know, there are treasures and riches nearby, guiding your way to fame and wealth. You make your way to the shrine. There, among the burning candles, something catches your eyes. The small statue of an unknown woman, an idol shrouded in a faint fog of blackness. You hear the voices in your head, the whispers. They have been there since you entered this unholy place, but now they are louder than ever before. Finally, you give in to the temptation and grab the idol. Suddenly, everything goes black. Pain. It feels as if a knife thrusts right into your skull, digging deeper and turning around. An unspeakable pain makes you go almost unconscious. You feel something pulling from your very edges of existence, trying to take you away into something unknown, some other plane, and it gets stronger by every moment. You try to fight, but to no avail. It's too strong. Your mind gets sucked into the chaos of a swirling maelstrom of darkness, and then nothing. Oh. Alright. And I guess this is where the duality theme kicks in. Alright. That's cool. I feel so weird. What happened? Okay, we have everything 0. We do have spells. Shadow Lunge. Shadow Strike. I mean, with 0/0, I'm not sure what can happen, but...
Attack!
So now we are the shadows. And killing these human intruders. And there you can also see, here this wall goes until there. And it doesn't really match up the rest. So there's a gap and you can see through there. And this here, for example, no, this is 2 tiles actually.
Die! Attack!
Carnage! I'm not sure if we can actually take damage, but... They don't belong. Take them here to the other side.
Attack!
Burn them all! We have to leave up a way to take them, Two hooded shadows slowly ascend the stairs away from the cursed temple. Their fate awaits them, but their faith has been long gone. Oh, we are outside now. Okay, now I can feel that the performance is going down and there are no textures. So there is a delay now. Yeah, even though like these trees are not animated and not like moving or anything. Graphics, let's set them to medium. Yeah, I think that's a bit better, like performance wise. But it's also great that the that these graphics settings actually are doing something. I think I saw it with other games where it basically had no effect at all. Okay, we can't kill them. There are they! Don't let them escape! Who knows what will happen if we let this curse reach the city for the Golden Guards! The way is clear. They have been taken. Now it's upon you what future you choose. But for some reason you feel hollow and empty, as if something is missing, something from you. It doesn't matter. You look to your companion and not. This is your destiny, your fate. It calls upon you. The time is right. The city is where your next steps will lead you, and from here, everything will be possible. Centuries ago, you failed, but now another path is opened. Once again, another path to finally righten everything which is wrong with this reality. Alright, that was Whispers of Fates. That was great. Alright, so let's just go back into the game and yeah, this doesn't work. Okay, so it is okay. That was just a small glitch. Yeah, I really like the whole story aspect. The story is very strong in this game. Lots like intro, outro, lots of story aspects in there. And I guess we have kind of New Game Plus because now we restarted with the shadows. Okay. Shadows, come to me, come to me. Where are you? Shadows. Just for fun, we can try and see if we can attack these humans, but I doubt that. Meanwhile, I can already talk about perspective and movement, which is very short. Perspective is basically... Ah, there they are. Yeah, I don't think they will die, and I don't think we can steal anything. Actually, they do die, but... okay, they are just not collapsing. But he is. But alright. That was New Game Plus. No. So yeah, the perspective is, I think, perfect. I think this game does accomplish that in a bit different way, because it's not... I am pretty sure that the game is not based on common tiles, but it uses the tiles as a layer on some... Let me draw what I mean. Like if you... Something like this could happen here, where you have like 2 tiles on the map, 2 squares in theory, and then you can move 3 steps, which are just like moving steps, but it's not actually the level layout. The level layout could be designed in completely different blocks, and then the squares you move on are basically just projected on that world. You can see something like that in the Bard's Tale 4, for example, just that in Bard's Tale 4 the movement is really... because that is really not made with the step-based system in mind, and it just doesn't feel right, and you can move into 8 directions and so on, but that's a different story and different topic. So the perspective, no matter how it's being done, it's perfect. You always have perfect orientation in the game. You know where you can go to. The movement is also perfect, because it's executed right away. You can hold the forward button. So super smooth movements, perfectly done. The graphics are perfect. No complaint there. Everything looks great. The sound as well, great background sound, good background music, great sound effects. The storytelling is great. The length of the game is great. The theme is great. Do we have anything else? The interface. I mean, I kind of count that towards the graphics and content, but yeah, it's also great. Regarding the combat, it is a standard, like dancing real-time combat, but I think the implementation is very well. So I'm not a fan of this type of combat in general, but I have to say that the implementation is great and it works great for the game. Also thumbs up in that regard. And with that, I think I went through everything which I usually note down. Everything is great, so great entry. Whispers of Fate by Maddie. Check it out, you will find the link down in the video description, and if you're interested in seeing more videos about the jam, you can also subscribe to the channel to not miss any new content, or check out the playlist where I add all the entries I did videos of so far. And with that, thank you for watching and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.